everybody. Welcome back to Ghosting with Anya. I'm your host, Anya Smith, also author of Anya's Ghost Stories Volume 1 and Volume 2, The Return of the Dead. Good news, guys. We got the keys. And also, we started moving our stuff out of our current apartment and unloading it into our new house. So I just want to say that we are literally moving out of our old place into the new one. We saw the house. It was beautiful. I took pictures today and I already uploaded them into TikTok and on Instagram. So
I don't think you need your Dexcoms anymore, sweetie.
I know, I don't. You can just get rid of the Dexcom.
Good. We had a whole bag of them up there.
Yeah, I know, because the insurance won't work anymore with it. Except for the Libre 3.
Cool.
Yeah, so we're talking about what we're doing with my meds or not. But anyway, we've got the golden keys to the house. It's got cleaned up, it's been painted, rewired, put the carpet in. So we were moving our stuff. We did work today, a lot of work. Well, I helped my husband take my stuff out of the car, put them in the house, go in and out a million times. But before that, we had breakfast and went to get the keys today, talked to the maintenance guy. So we went to the thrift store, couldn't find the right desk for me, so we ordered one on Amazon. So it will be delivered to our new place soon. So also, I hope my husband orders me an office chair. So my desk is gonna be in the office, same as my husband's stuff, but my desk will be facing towards the window. That way I can still be doing my podcasting at night when he's not doing his day job. Apparently the basement does not have multiple outlets, especially on the freaking walls. So we got a new story for you guys today. It's called The Librarian After Closing. This is the new one, so I hope you guys are doing okay. I hope you guys are ready for the new story. Today is the 18th of May. So it is 22 minutes after 8 o'clock. So I'm here. I just got cleaned up. That's why my hair is a bit wet, because I'm getting ready for tomorrow. My producer is literally doing a podcast tomorrow morning for 3 hours. So that's why I like to do mine at night. I'm still going to be here currently, but slowly we're going to get all the furniture out, including this table here. It's going to be in the dining room by where our back door is. It's going to be right there. This is where that's where we're going to eat now, instead of, going through the TV and eating food at the same time. So we got a nice kitchen. It's a bit small, but that's fine. It's got a flat stove, just like the one my mom has, and it has a dishwasher. I got pictures of them all, so I will probably upload them to YouTube. You might probably will see it. It's in my community group, apparently, but if you guys want to see it, you are all welcome. So thank you guys for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. So let's get started on the story. I've been talking about my update of the house. It's been like 5 minutes now, but let's just get started on this story because I know you guys are dying to listen to it. So anyway, tomorrow we'll get more stuff moved into our new house. We didn't go for a walk, but I did exercise as we are moving. We are right as I'm doing pot because we are right here on YouTube. So I hope you guys are ready. And let's get started. So get something to drink. Just sit back, relax. Please click like, share, and subscribe. And let's get started on the story. It's going to be awesome. We are in episode 137, The Librarian After Closing. Episode 137 of season 5. Nina took the evening shift at Ashford Public Library because she liked the quiet that came after the last patrons left and the day staff hurried home. The building was old but beautiful, with high ceilings, iron railings, and rows of wooden stacks that seemed to hold shadows longer than they held light. Most nights after closing were routine reshelving, cards checking, study rooms turning off reading lamps, and listening to the old boiler thump somewhere below ground. Nina found the rituals calming. She liked knowing exactly where she was supposed to walk and watch each hour of the night required. For nearly a year, nothing happened that could not be explained by settling wood of absent-minded co-workers. Then one Thursday afternoon, after announcing closing over the intercom, she found a book left open on a table no one had been using. Its page showed a black and white photograph of the library taken in 1931. Standing near the circulation desk was a woman Nina did not recognize, though she was dressed in the library's old staff uniform. Something tells me this library has been around since early 1930s, and a lot of libraries can pretty much be older than the usual buildings because they literally have any paranormal stuff going on. I mean, I live in Bellevue, Nebraska with my husband, and we are going to the library all the time whenever, but my producer and I actually go to the library every day to finish reading our novels, but we don't feel any presence at the library where we always hang out every day for an hour, maybe more, but still. Anyway, our library is actually right closer to our current apartment right now. Once we get into the new house, we can actually go next door to the library. It's actually awesome. I cannot wait.
Only thing in our hall closet now is
What?
laundry soap and light bulbs.
Okay. I think we need to buy more light bulbs.
Oh, we got plenty. We bought a big box of 40.
What did you do with my armrest? Like my arm brace?
Oh, that box was empty. I didn't see the brace itself.
It's probably in the bedroom in your old nightstand.
We'll find it.
I know where it is. It's in the bedroom next to my pink nightstand.
Okay, well, I threw the box away, so that's all that was in there.
Yeah, that's fine. Anyway, when I go to the library every day, I like to hang out there, read books. When I have my headphones on, I would go on my TikTok and watch whatever I'm in the mood. Or I go to my streaming apps, still had my headphones on, and still watch whatever I like that's playing. So anyway, let's continue on this story. Hopefully it can be maybe almost an hour, but hopefully this story will convince you about anything. If you have any questions, if you have any opinions, let me know in the comments down below, right here on live stream, right here on YouTube. So if any of you are watching this right now, please let me know what you think. And if you see any weird paranormal shit behind me, let me know. Because my husband is packing up our shit and taking them to the car so we can take them to the new house, unload them, and organize everything. Because we already have our pots and pans in the new house, in the kitchen, inside our little cabinets. It's kind of fun. So we got a bath rug in the bathroom, hopefully. So once the maintenance is done, put everything in. We're going to organize everything. And once we get all of our stuff settled in, putting away, have a bookshelf in the living room. And we're going to the post office and change our address. So we can do the same thing with Amazon. That way we can get our mail in our new house instead of here, and get our package delivered to our new house, hopefully, instead of here. So anyway, let's continue on the story, and we'll keep you updated about our big move. So next time you see me doing my podcast is at the new house, upstairs in a small room, in the same room that my husband uses during the day. So we're going to get our internet set up, hopefully including the Wi-Fi connected. That way I can still do my podcast and upload videos and pictures to the new place. So on TikTok and on Instagram. Anyway, let's get started. Let's continue on doing this. So be very brave and please click like, share, and subscribe. So let's continue on the story. I'm already getting goosebumps because I'm wearing PJs. My hair's down, so soon I'm gonna wash my hair again and maybe color it as well because my hair coloring always disappears. Anyway, let's continue on the story. We are in 14 minutes. Nina's first thought was that she had somehow missed a history display set up by the morning staff. She closed the book, wheeled the cart toward reference, and thought nothing more of it until she reached the second floor balcony. There below her, in the empty main room, stood the same woman from the photograph. She wore a dark skirt, a fitted jacket, and a pinned back hairstyle that belonged in another century. One hand rested lightly on the old card catalog, though the piece of furniture had long since been moved to the local history wing. Nina blinked hard and gripped the railing. When she looked again, the main room was empty, but from somewhere near the stacks came the sharp, unmistakable crack of a date stamp, hitting paper, one stamp, then another, then silence. Ooh, the libraries can be very freaky sometimes, especially when there's nobody in the library at night. Like when everyone is finally gone home for the night and one of them stayed behind so this librarian can, like, I don't know, do some stocking of books, stacking up some stuff like catalogs for the next morning, or stamping books with the due date or whatever, when it was dated, something like that, whatever. A lot of librarians do this, especially when you check out a book. They'll give you the checkout date and when to return it. It's like a timestamp, but that's what the librarians do. So this one is a bit creepy. Apparently, a spirit of the previous librarian from the turn of the century, I guess, like 100 years ago, maybe more. Perhaps, I don't know, stayed as an earthbound and keep an eye on all the old things, like old books, maybe, or maybe somehow they're just watching over new librarians or something like that. Well, she's haunting the library, probably. We don't know who this woman is, but I guess we're going to find out. So let's continue on the story. The next evening, Nina mentioned the sighting to Mr. Halpern, the library director, expecting a lecture about stress over work. Instead, he removed his glasses very slowly and asked whether the woman had been standing straight or leaning slightly to one side. Nina thought the question absurd until she remembered that the figure had indeed seemed to favor one hip. Halpern sighed and admitted that over the years a handful of staff had reported seeing a woman after closing, usually near the old circulation area or the locked archive room. Some believed she was Miss Eleanor Pike, a librarian who had worked at Ashford during the Depression and was said to have died unexpectedly at her desk during an overnight cataloging push. The official story described it as an illness. The unofficial one said she had been found surrounded by returned books, as if still trying to finish processing them before dawn. Halpern added almost apologetically that the reports only ever came from people who cared about the library enough to notice when things were out of place. That is so tragic and freaky. I mean, come on. If I were a librarian, I would not walk away. I would not be afraid to investigate it. I mean, every haunted place can be very haunting and creepy and tragic. Apparently, this Eleanor Pike was a legendary librarian who liked to stay behind at the library, do some cataloging, keep an eye on everything before dawn. Something tells me that she died from some kind of illness. I don't really know what really killed her. I don't even know what kind of illness that she had. Maybe she had the flu, like yellow fever, maybe. I don't really know. So I'm from the late 1980s, okay? Late 20th century to early 21st century. So I've never seen a librarian like that, like in actual spirit form. So yeah. Anyway, this story is almost done. We are in 21 minutes now. So anyway, if you guys go to the library, like the oldest library of all time, it's old. If you see anything creepy like inside, let me know in the comments down below if you had any experience like that. Send me pictures on YouTube or TikTok. You can follow me on TikTok if you wish to. You can find my profile, Anya Smith 92, on TikTok. So anyway, let me know what you think, what the story can actually tell you, and what really happened to this woman. Anyway, let's continue on the story. We're nearly almost done, so we have another 20 something minutes left. And I gotta get ready for bed, so it is almost 9 p.m. and Chris has to get up at 7 a.m. for work. He's taking his monitor to the new house and get it hooked up, so he's going to his work building for a couple of days, almost a week actually. And so that way we can get the internet set up, Wi-Fi set up, going at our new house. So that way I can continue doing my podcast at night and my husband working from home during the day. And I'm out with my podcaster, like my partner, my, producer during the day, running errands, going to the library. We're just going to his house, hang out on Tuesdays after the library, and he will be doing his podcast. If you guys want to see my producer on YouTube live stream, go to his channel called Ask Fearless, and he talks about what he's going to do in the future, and maybe does something about with books. He reads a lot of books. He talks about it. So anyway, if you guys have any questions, you can ask him a lot of questions. If you have any opinions, you guys can get an advice from my friend Fearless Cummings. Go to Ask Fearless on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. You can check out all his videos and YouTube as well. So leave him a nice comment down below. Please like his videos, share his videos, and subscribe to his podcast. He would love that. So please subscribe to his channel. He thinks nobody likes his videos just because you might think that they're not really good. I think they are. I mean, I love my producer's podcast, and if I wanted to see his videos again, I would. I also want to finish reading my novels and playing some games. So, anyway, please check out my friend's video. And let's continue on my podcast as well. Let's continue on this story because I hope you guys are still interested in my podcast and my producer's podcast. Let's continue on the story. We're nearly done, almost halfway done. So let's continue on. That line bothered Nina more than the ghost story itself. On Monday, while shelving in fiction, she noticed 3 novels had been returned to the wrong section and left on the end cap. She corrected them without thinking. By the time she reached the next aisle, the same 3 books were back in the cart, aligned neatly and stacked by publication year instead of title. No patron could have done it. The building was closed, and Nina had been alone in that part of the floor. Later that night, she left a pile of damaged spine labels for the morning staff to repair when she came back from checking the basement lights. The labels had been reattached with a paste method no one currently on staff used. The work was meticulous, better than hers. If she was honest, at 8:57 p.m., exactly 3 minutes after close, Nina heard the whisper of cards being filed in drawers that had been empty for decades. Oh man. If I were Nina right now, I would definitely continue investigating the library no matter what. Especially after closing, but if only I had permission from the actual library people, like the directors of the library. So if the library director said yes, my husband and I will definitely investigate all the paranormal stuff. I've got a library back in my hometown I haven't been to in a while. So it's been like a year now, but I actually haven't been to my library in Kearney, Nebraska since I moved. So I stopped going there because there was no reason to go back to my hometown because there's nothing left for me there. Okay? Only paranormal stuff. And if I continued living there, I would have never met my husband, Christopher, who's sitting right there in the living room with our cat. Literally. So I'm so grateful that I have a husband who helps me out with everything, takes good care of me and our cat, helps me set up my studio, and we go for walks all the time. We share everything together. So anyway, if I want to go to a library, I'll go to a library. If he wants to go to a library, we both go. We want to go to the bowling alley. If it's haunted, then yes. If we go to a haunted park, yes. So he's always there for me and make sure I don't get lost from anywhere, so it's all good. But if he wants to go to the library, he's always welcome. And if he wants to investigate it, he's always welcome for that too. Okay, let's continue on the story. Her curiosity overcame common sense the following Thursday. Knowing she would be alone after Halpern left, Nina carried one of the library's old history binders to the archive room and stayed late, reading staff records under the dim pool of a desk lamp. Miss Eleanor Pike appeared in employee photos over and over, severe but not unfriendly, known for accuracy disliked by children because she insisted on whispers beloved by researchers because she could find anything misfiled within minutes. A small newspaper clipping tucked between the pages noted that she had collapsed at work in 1934 after refusing to postpone end of month processing despite fatigue. As Nina closed the binder, she became aware that the room was no longer empty. Across the archive table sat a woman with her gloved hands folded over an index ledger as if she had been reading alongside her all evening. Nina did not scream. The presence of the figure made screaming feel almost rude. Well, that's creepy. I mean, if I were Nina, I would not dare to scream at her face. I would politely smile and try to communicate with her very quietly. And she would probably respond back very politely as well. I would try to get her to tell me what happened. She probably might if we were there to investigate it. Okay, the story's almost done, so let's continue on this story. And then we will move on to the questions. If you have any questions or opinions, now's the time to leave me a comment down below. The woman's face was pale but clear, with the composed weariness of someone interrupted too many times in life to be startled by death. When Nina managed to whisper, "Are you Eleanor Pike?" the woman gave the faintest nod. Then she looked toward a shelf of uncatalogued donations against the far wall and frowned with such visible disapproval that Nina nearly laughed. From nerves, one by one, without any visible touch. 3 books slid an inch out from the shelf. Nina approached them carefully. Inside the first was penciled note from a donor the day staff had missed. Inside the second was a pressed flower that belonged in the local archive collection. Inside the third was a library card from 1932 with Eleanor Pike's own initials on the back. When Nina turned around, the chair across the table was empty again. Oh man, I'm getting goosebumps just reading the story. I hope you guys are brave enough because I'm not scared at all, but I do have goosebumps and chills just because my apartment here is freaking cold. I am cold, but not from a ghost. But this story can give me a lot of goosebumps.
Electric blankets on.
Okay, thank you. The story's almost done. Then I'll get cleaned up. Well, actually, I'm getting ready for bed because I'm just gonna relax. If you didn't have time to read, might as well do it tomorrow because today was a busy day for us. Packing up our shed, moving to the new house. Loading up the car, taking it to the new house, unloading it, and trying to organize a little bit by little of our new place.
Taking another load to the car.
Okay, are you gonna do this one too?
Eventually, right now, I'm gonna start focusing on that pile.
The bedroom pile?
No, that pile in the corner.
Okay. Can you make sure Callie doesn't run outside?
Yeah.
Thank you. My husband and I always say that we gotta make sure the baby is not going outside alone. When I said baby, I'm talking about our cat. We think of her as a baby, so we gotta make sure she never goes outside alone, because if we let her, I won't forgive myself or my husband about that. We would feel guilty about it, not protecting our kitten from a car hit or something, or hit and run. I don't know why. So anyway, this story is almost done, so let's continue on reading. So anyway, we're almost finished. We are on 36 minutes now. So tomorrow will be episode 138th story. So like I said, I have all 287 episodes. We've got 100 episodes left, like literally 100. So let's continue on the story. It's almost done. We'll do questions. I'll try to get my best answers to you all, and I have not seen every single opinion right here. I have not seen any comments here ever since I started working from home. I'm just trying to do whatever it takes, trying to get to the level where people make a lot of money just by making videos on YouTube, doing podcasts a lot. So just so you know, let's continue on, and I'll update you all by tomorrow and see how far we've done with the house. We're trying to decorate it soon. Okay, let's continue on the story before the questions. After that, Nina stopped thinking of the library's after-hours presence as a haunting in the dramatic sense. Eleanor never rattled shelves or lunged from shadows. She corrected, preserved, and occasionally made her standards known. Once Nina heard the distinct clearing of a throat when she set a mug too close to a manuscript box. Another time, the return bin jammed until she apologized aloud for rushing through check-in. Mr. Halpern admitted the building had always felt steadier. When someone respected its order enough to work with the unseen librarian rather than against her. On Nina's last week before taking a job in another city, she left a handwritten note in the archive room thanking Miss Pike for the help. The next morning, the note was gone, and in its place sat perfectly sharpened pencil and a slip of paper with one word written in crisp, old-fashioned script. Rishoff Nina framed it. Years later, some spirits, she liked to say, do not haunt places, they continue staffing them. Wow, that is so freaky. I mean, I hope you guys like this, but I hope you are brave enough to listen to this and see my videos. Everything is all good, and we're still trying to figure out how to go to a lot of haunted places and get more evidence and more pictures, maybe videos, and upload them to YouTube or to Instagram or to TikTok. So this is how I earn my income. I hope you guys are still here, still awake, even though it's almost 9 o'clock. So anyway, we've got 10 questions now since the story is finally done with the library, something like that. Anyway, let's continue on. So we got some questions. I hope you guys are ready. Just let me know what you think and just leave me a comment down below right here on YouTube. We are in 40 minutes now, so anyway, let's get started on this audience questions. I'll try my best to get some answers for you all. So anyway, thank you guys for listening to all my stories, and we will continue on doing it by tomorrow. So anyway, we'll figure something out anytime soon. So let's get started on the story. Or actually the questions, because I'm trying my best to get some answers for you all. Anyway, it's already 9 p.m., so I hope you guys are still awake. We'll figure something out. I'm thirsty, like always. Would you have kept working at the library after seeing Eleanor?
Yes.
Of course I would. If I were Nina, I would continue working at the library.
I don't know what would have inspired you to apply there, sweetie.
True. But I would thank Eleanor Pike for her help.
Well, good.
If I were Nina, I would continue working with her.
Good.
Because she's awesome.
Yeah.
Like I said, if I were Nina, I would literally thank her to get a lot of help from her. I would thank Eleanor for helping a lot of staff at the library. I would not run away. I would continue speaking with her and just give her a big smile. And I would help her find peace. I think Eleanor finally found peace after Nina finally understood what Eleanor was trying to do. So I think Nina did the right thing to speak with Eleanor, and Eleanor did the right thing to help Nina organize all the books and put them back on the shelves, getting ready to be rechecked out. So I hope Eleanor found peace. I hope she is watching over Nina from beyond the grave and protecting her from anything that could happen at her next job in the next city. So let's go to number 2. Is a strict librarian ghost scarier or funnier to you? I think funnier. If the librarian can be very strict and freaky, if she was scary, she would look like a witch with very pointy, sharp chin, creepy eyeballs coming out, and she probably would be freakier. But to me, Eleanor is actually a fun-loving spirit, a friendly, overprotective librarian, even in death. Even as a spirit, I think she was funny. Would you ever want to continue playing with her, even though she hasn't passed on into the afterlife? I probably would be funnier with her. So I think Eleanor was the funniest one of all, even though she was strict, but in a good way. So, honey, do you think Eleanor was scarier or funnier?
Funnier.
There's your answer. I think Eleanor was the funniest of all time, even though she died very young in 1934. Let's go to number 3. Why do you think only certain staff noticed her? The reason why Nina noticed her is because Nina was very curious. She wanted to know who was that librarian from 1930s. When Nina finally understood who this woman was, she had to investigate it. She had to talk to the director, and the director finally admitted who this woman was before she died. The director said that was Eleanor Pike, and she was the best librarian of all time from early 1930s. She died from some kind of illness, or something collapsed and killed her, or she just fell down and died unexpectedly. Maybe she had a heart condition, or she had a fever, or whatever. It killed that poor woman. So I'm glad Eleanor is at peace. And I'm so glad that Nina finally noticed her. I think Eleanor wanted to be remembered, noticed, recognized, and just wanted to help the staff how to do their own work at the library. Be professional or something like that. All right, let's go to number 4. What would you have done after the books slip out on their own? I would approach it. I would literally approach the books and put them back where they belong and try to help the spirit do the job right. I'd probably talk to the ghosts, and I would ask them politely, probably, if they're okay or not. Ask them a question if they are who they are, say who they are. Perhaps I probably totally approach it. I mean, if the books actually end up falling down on their own from a surely, literally approach it and pick them up and put them back where they belong. So let's go to number 5. We are in 5 questions, and we're almost done with this. Anyway, do you think Eleanor stayed out of duty habit or love for the library? I think she stayed for the love of the library. She loved library. She loved working there. She loved books. So she loved when kids came, checked out books, went home, read books, or she loved seeing kids come and study for exams or whatever. So it's not because of the duty. It's because she loved books. She loved reading them. She loved helping customers with the books. And she loved every second of it, even though her life was taken such short notice. But I think it was for the love of library and for the books and everything. So let's go to number 6. Why do places built around order make interesting haunting settings? Well, the reason why the places can be built around order is because they finally found a good spot to build an actual buildings, like libraries, like office buildings, hospitals, any open spaces, especially ancient ground burials, that sort of things, like the Indian burials or any other burials or whatever, especially the library. Very old and probably abandoned, but at the same time, I think it's just very curiously. I mean, I would definitely want to go and investigate a lot of abandoned places, run down, maybe trying to communicate with the spirits, help them move on so they can bring it back to life from the past. I probably would. So maybe I think Nina was chosen by Eleanor because Eleanor liked Nina, because she liked how Nina took care of those books and how she cataloged it, put the books where they belonged, just to make sure they were taken good care of. If I were her, I would literally do the same thing. I would make sure all the books were in the right places, in the right shelves with titles. But still, I think Eleanor made the right choice by choosing Nina for help. So I think it's awesome. All right, let's go to number 7. Was Nina right to speak to the ghost directly? Yes, of course. If Nina hadn't spoken to the spirit of Eleanor Pike, she would not know what to do. So I hope you guys are still awake and listening to all of my stories. Anyway, we're almost done. We are in let's go to number 8. So we're almost done. We have 3 questions before I sign off. So let me know what you think and leave me a comment down below. I hope you guys getting this story and questions very sensible to you. I hope you understand what these stories and questions represent. What unsettled you most, the date stamp, the archive room, or the note? Well, I think the note can be unsettling. Also the archive room, but I'm not really afraid of them. But I think the note can be very peaceful. It can be unsettled, but I think also it can help someone to do the right thing or whatever. But anyway, it might be the stamp, like the date stamp, or I'm also guessing the archive room. I hope you guys know what I'm talking about. I hope you guys understand it. If you do, please leave me a comment down below. All right, we've got questions left. Do you believe some people's routines can outlast death? Of course. Yes. Some people don't and some people do. So, if I were Nina, I would believe it's possible. I would literally believe that the spirits are reliving their deaths, like their final moments. I would try and help them break that and find peace, find the afterlife, find the ones that can reunite with these people from, I don't know, from the past, like 1920s or 30s or whatever year they're from. So I probably would believe that, yes. It can be outlast death. Well, it just depends whoever the spirits can choose. All right, let's go to last question. We are question 10, so we're almost done here. If a spirit corrected your work but did it well, would that comfort you? Yes, it would. Of course it would. I mean, if I literally got corrected by a ghost, I would actually say, thank you for correcting my work. I appreciate what you've done. Now be at peace, and I will continue doing what you taught us or taught me. So I would definitely feel comfort. I would feel peace and love if I ever have been corrected by the spirits. Okay, so we are out of time. I just want to say thank you guys for listening, and thank you for watching. And we have a new story for all of you guys for tomorrow night. And the story we'll be reading is called The Child Who Waited by the Elevator. This is a new one. I hope you guys are ready, and I will be back here by tomorrow night, same time as always. So it's about 56 minutes now. It's almost like an hour. It is about 16 minutes after 9 o'clock. So thank you guys. Have a wonderful night. And we'll see you all tomorrow, 8 o'clock in the evening, right here on live stream on Ghosting with Anya. So please click like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you all tomorrow night. Good night. Love you all, and may God protect you. And stay safe and have fun. Stay spooky. And be nice to everyone else. And just be very good to anyone. So pray for all the spirits who never found what they've been looking for. Pray for them to find peace. And may God protect you all. So good night. Bye. Thanks for watching.